Hello again, whiskey friends. Welcome back. All right, today we've got Lucky Seven The Frenchman. We're going to break this one down. I'm excited to try this again, but I'm skeptical as well, so we will see how this goes. Let's kick off the show and go on an adventure. Cork pop. Boom. Ooh, that was pretty good for these Lucky 7 corks. Make a really good sound. All right, so this is not a fresh bottle. This will be the second tasting of this one. I'm gonna pour it into this Whiskey Weekend Dangerous Black Glen and try to pour just enough. These Black Glens always scare me. I either pour too little or too much, but I think I did all right. Cheers, podcast. Go subscribe to the podcast if you aren't already. Do a little more. There we go. So, what we're drinking today. Lucky 7. Now, this one's the Frenchman. It's called the Frenchman because it's finished in French oak barrels. If you saw my review of the Penelope Architect, French oak is one of my favorite finishes. I love a good French oak finish. Typically gives it this just delightful, velvety chocolate note. But we'll see what it does to this one again. Now, I did a fresh crack of this one a couple weeks ago, and you can go check out that review on my Instagram, but I was a little iffy on it. But it's been on my to-do list to re-explore it, give it a fresh shot, because sometimes you return to a whiskey and it's different. It's really good. Other times there's something wrong with you at the time of the tasting, right? Like the foods that you ate that day, like something's not jiving. So I want to give something a fair shot. But just know going into this that I was not bought into it. I wouldn't have recommended it off the first tasting, but hey, fresh set of downs. Let's see where it stands today. So this one too, by the way, go through the stats. This is batch 1, so everything I say is only about batch 1, and it's 113 proof. Non-age stated though. A lot of the Lucky 7s are age stated, either 6 years, 14 years, 12 years. This one's not age stated. All right. Fresh set of downs. What I thought about it before is gone. Let's go into it. Cheers, everybody. Okay. Off the nose. See, the thing I got on my first tasting is still there. Off the nose, I'm getting a lot of cinnamon apple, but there's a youthfulness to it. I don't know how old this is. I'll do some more research. See if they disclose that anywhere, but I do wonder if this is young whiskey that they're finishing, 4 or 5 years. But there's a youthfulness there. Yeah, the cinnamon apple still there. Almost a caramel apple, but if you like stewed it first in some like cinnamon sugar. Getting a little, how would I describe that? Glazed donut. Oh, there's a red fruit in there too. I don't think I got that before. Stop thinking about before. This is fresh. Yeah, there's a bright, like almost a bright red fruit note. I'd almost go pomegranate, maybe? That's a Goes a different direction than I was expecting. Now, the French oak part of it does linger like a musk. Lends a lot of like pepperiness to it on the nose. Like you can really smell a barrel in this one. I'm actually kind of excited. I think this will be a little better. Let's see. Cheers, everybody. Let's go in for the taste. Okay. Still comes across as young. Still comes across as young. Gosh, I wonder how old this stuff is. I'll have to see if it's... I'll do some more digging, see if it's age stated anywhere. I wonder what they're blending in here. See, this is an interesting tasting experience because man, do I love the flavors that it's given me initially. Like the moment that it enters your mouth, it just explodes. And some whiskeys are very faint when they first enter and then they accelerate. This one explodes at first and then it declines as you go to mid-palate to the finish. I'll try to break down some notes here though. Yeah, it's interesting actually. Up front, it's almost a horchata, which is, I don't know if I've ever given that note on a whiskey before, but that's what I'm kind of getting up front, and it's really good. Mid palate, velvety chocolate, red velvet cake type of a thing. Bit of royal vanilla frosting. Man. Tell you what, this is actually, it's getting better every consecutive sip. That was a really good sip. Man, this one's taking me for an adventure. Let's go one more time. Chocolate on the finish. Lots of chocolate. It's a dark chocolate, like high percentage cocoa, dark chocolate. I'm still going to stick with what I said though. I enjoy the front of the palate and just how flavorful it is when it first hits your mouth. But then each step of the way, mid-palate to the finish, diminishing returns. But the youthfulness is still there. I still find it. I wonder how old this is. I'm going to say it's like 4 or 5. They didn't age state it, and they typically do. But it's a blend, so maybe it's just some younger barrels in there. That's the only thing I can imagine that's holding it back. The same thing happens to me on some of the younger MGP finishes. You know, when it's a 4-year bourbon and they're double oaking it or they're finishing it in another barrel of any type, there's just a graininess that it's like they try to get rid of it, but they can't. And I've gotten that same sensation here. Ooh, that finish is still... That was a interesting return. Really good return, though. Man, this one's like... I'm playing tennis with this one. This one's just hitting back and forth. I'm like right on the fence. All right, tie-breaking pour. Fresh set of downs. Let's see what happens. See, I'm straddling the line on this one. So, price-wise, 80, 90, somewhere in between there. Maybe it was 85 actually, but it's I would say it like straddles that line on, is it too expensive for what it is, or does it fit just right? But the French oak on it, yeah, that finish is actually really good. I try before you buy. I'm not going to recommend it, but I'm not going to not recommend it. This is a try before you buy. Maybe the whole thing that I'm describing as youthfulness won't bug you the same way it bugs me. It comes and it goes now, though. So I'm going to keep re-exploring this one. That's the weird thing. Like, it keeps drawing me back in. Like, I really want to like you. I really want to like you. But I'm not quite there. But off the first tasting to this tasting, I am more positive about it. So I guess that in itself is a plus. So if you do fresh crack it and you're disappointed, wait, come back. Maybe this one will keep getting better. But that's it for the Lucky Seven The Frenchman. Thanks for hanging with me, whiskey friends. I'll see everybody later. Goodbye, whiskey friends.